Imagine if a motherfucker told you, I used to drive my car through mud and dirt
I love it
and I would rent it out for $5. But now I know my car's real value. So I'm going to sell it to you for 100,000. Just to hear that sale, you would say, I don't want it. But that's how women are selling themselves. They'll tell you how they hoard in college, how they had a one-night stand before, but I don't do that no more. I done found Jesus, and now you got to wait until we get married to fuck.
And now you got another one because that's what women do. If women see a man with status, a man with value, and especially a man with a woman that is beautiful, they're going to want her more. And that's what it is. Is nobody likes the toy until the cousin comes in and starts to play with the toy, and all the kids want to play with the toy because motherfucker cousin play with the toy. That's what happens in real life. So I don't understand how is this difficult to understand, or how is this not observable in reality over again. How the ugliest dude got the baddest woman, and all of a sudden the ugliest dude only gets bad woman, one after the other. It's because Amber Rose picked him. Go ahead and see what Amber Rose thought about the guy that is with Madonna. Do you think Madonna will be with that guy if that guy wasn't with Amber Rose before?
No,
Like,
I mean share.
yeah, shares, yes. Like she literally said, I got with this dude for whatever reason. Like he had a little bit of motion, but knows nothing crazy. And all of a sudden, 20 women trying to jump on the DMs trying to get him. It's because she chose him and she's the it girl. So that's what it is. Go ahead, Damien. I apologize for interrupting.
Yeah, Tommy, as a reformed coxman, I applaud you, and I can understand. I agree with a vast majority of what you're saying. But what I'm saying is, like, you are saying, of course, women will fight for the top 5% of men on the planet. What I'm talking about is the 95 they don't have to fight for. The majority of the women are going to sit back and let that 95% of men kill themselves to get with them. So
now you got to remember the story I'm doing today. This nigga was a regular nigga that worked a regular job. I had a homeboy. All he had was gray eyes and was light skinned. Them bitches was all over him. He didn't have a job. He didn't have a job, but he ain't top 5%. This nigga didn't have a job. He just had gray eyes and was light skinned.
That's a rarity. That he had something that was
no women rare. Fight over men all the time. It be men that you think why these women fighting over this man.
Let me get it out, brother. We can have a back and forth. I would love it. I'm saying it's just like, yes, but if there are men who have established traits or attributes, whether it's money, status, a reputation for having been able to slang dick or whatever, if they have something that separates them from other men, of course the women are going to gravitate that. And to Fatty's point, they're going to want to get it a lot of times to prove they're better than the next bitch. I get that. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying, but that is the one off. That is not that's the exception. That's not the
their
rule.
Mindset.
That is
literally women's mindset. It's just okay. Is your mindset not to make money?
Let me finish, Tom. And what's called it? The thing is, the majority of women's mindset is to let men do for them.
Yes.
As opposed to doing for other men. So the majority of women aren't saying, okay, let me get up and try to and do all this for the average guy. That's the 5%, 10% that they will do that for. But the majority of women are expecting men to put in the work to get to them.
But we said that. We said there's a guy I even sang a song about. I said there's a guy doing this. You don't want him, though. You didn't hear when I said there's a guy doing all those things you want. You don't want him.
So Damien, and that's the thing, is the thing, right? How many women won remember the prison bay dude, the light-skinned dude that became a model that had like a teardrop on his face? And now, yes, or I'm going to go even farther. All these serial killers got a bunch of women sending letters to them, a bunch of them. If you actually go look and you see everything, like for whatever reason, and I'll say these, and then ladies, you guys correct me, please. Like, why are so many women in mass falling in love with these guys that men clearly recognize that there's some character flaws, might be in jail, might be deadbeats, might have 3 baby mamas, and then we turn around and we ask, do you guys like these guys? No, not me and my friends. Like, why do we get these contradicting like story, and that is kind of
niggas fresh out of jail. If women's words were true, they wouldn't be fucking at all. But the niggas fresh out of jail getting more pussy than anybody else. And the question is, why would they fuck him at all? These niggas' dick should be dry as hell. They should be sitting around. If all the shit women are saying is true, these niggas should come out of jail and be like, won't nobody fuck with me. This messed up. Wild criminal can't get no pussy these days. But he ain't saying that.
Go ahead,
he get a place to stay. They let this nigga live with them. He live in your house. He ain't got no job. He lay on the couch.
Okay. So I think the thing about it is that y'all are talking about desperate women. Women who date men in jail, who date who have fetishes of like murderous men, and because there are women who do that. They date weirdos. They are also weirdos, okay? But you cannot paint this picture. Like every woman who is sane, every woman who is evolved, mature, and educated is sitting here pursuing men fresh out of jail. That is not happening. If all you know are these kind of women, then that's a different story. But we're hyper focused always on the hole, on the slut. Right before I went to get my snack, I heard Tommy talking about hoes lined up to fuck basketball players at games. Yeah, those women exist. But there's also a lot of women who don't entertain that type of stuff. So can we wait a minute? So can we find balance in the conversation instead of saying women think like this? Because it's like
let's get the balance.
I'm talking about a very specific kind of women.
You're talking about hoes. It's fine. Yes, let's get the balance. Let's get the balance, right? I want Jazz and Alexis, right? Is that fair to say that most women might not be full-blown hoes, but in some point in their life, they engage in hoes activities? Is that fair to say in 2025 that the average age of marriage is 29, 30, 31, so this woman been single for 30 years? Is that fair to say that most women, they might not be full-blown hoes, but they at the time on their life between, I don't know when they start to 28,
okay, yeah, sure. So,
into O activity.
Okay, sure.
So, what about you, Alexis?
So,
is that fair to
say?
That's
stopping you from anything. Why are we so obsessed with hoes?
No, Jazz, you asked me to be balanced. I'm trying to be balanced, right? Alexis, do you confirm or you don't agree with that?
No, I definitely agree. It's especially too because women call it their hoe phase, right? When you're going around and like I said, good for your whole, not good for your soul kind of thing. It's like, and then you learn and you realize what you don't fucking want. What you don't want, like it doesn't matter if it gets you wet. It doesn't matter. Alexis, it's not worth it. What?
So Alexis, let me play these. This is the first. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. This is the video. Is the perfect woman love nice guys, and that's you. Okay, this is my favorite video to play. This is the Hall of Fame video, right? So Jess, both of you, Napa and Melanie, do you agree too that most women have O phases? Like most women might not be full-blown O's, but might have a phase where they engage in on O behavior. Can we agree with that, Napa and Melanie? What about you, Napa?
Yes.
Okay, so now we're going to listen to these, right? The difference between the guys that they really like and then the guys that, and there's you. Let's listen to these.
And here's a secret that many guys don't know, especially in today's day and age, is that women love nice guys. We may not understand how much we love and appreciate them until we're a little older, and we've gotten that sort of asshole phase out of our systems. I'd say by our late 20s, early 30s is the point in our lives when we're just exhausted by jerks and we have no time in our lives anymore for them. So we really start looking for men who we know will be great long-term partners, aka nice guys, right? And that's you. And that's
it's disgusting.
I will play the
man. Let that man rest his case. Let that man rest his case. Shout out to the women that'll go online and speak honestly. That will speak honestly. Jazz has nothing to say. This is absolutely true. We're seeing this. We're living through it. When girls are young and hot and in their the best chance of getting marriage during that era in their life, they want to run around, play all these games, ignore all the good men that they're looking over because they're chasing the guys with the money. They just want to have fun. But then once they hit that late 20s, early 30s, and those guys who just ran through them and weren't even thinking about them because they didn't mean anything to them, some of them come out with babies, and then they try to find a good guy. Oh, let me go back. I remember when I was 25 and 24, there was a guy who really liked me. Let me see how he's doing. He's doing exponentially better. And what do? Try to go back and get him. And then they try to shame you. Well, oh, you don't want a woman with kids? You fat shaming? You don't want a woman that's out of shape? You don't want a woman that had a whole phase? Oh, you must be insecure. This is what they do. Not all, by the way. But a lot.
Fucked up that is to hear.
This is ladies' first show.
Womanese. That was womanese.
This is ladies' first show, so we're going to give it to the ladies. Ladies, this is what all these gentlemen, like even Damien agrees that we're talking about, right? Is you will fuck the guys on your 20s that make you wet, and then when you need to settle down or to go ahead and do have a respectable life and a responsible life, you go for the guy that might not be your type when you were younger, but now he is going to be the one that is solid, has a nice job, is responsible, and all that. You are telling that most women are not dating exactly like this woman described? When they get tired of the assholes, I'm just exhausted of the jerks. So the jerk got you.
They all say that too. They'll all tell you, I'm not doing that anymore.
Yes.
They will talk about. Woman would literally tell you to your face how they used to do shit, and now they don't do it anymore. Imagine if a motherfucker told you, I used to drive my car through mud and dirt, and I would rent it out for $5, but now I know my car's real value, so I'm gonna sell it to you for $100,000. Just to hear that sale, you would say I don't want it. But that's how women are selling themselves. They'll tell you how they whored in college, how they had a one-night stand before, but I don't do that no more. I done found Jesus, and now you gotta wait until we get married to fuck. Wait a minute, it's niggas walking around the streets right now that's gonna laugh at me because I don't know what your head game feel like, but he do. Yep. That's why I gotta deal with that. And that's literally what men have to do. We could never tell a bitch, I used to pay these bitches rent and they didn't have to fuck me at all. Now you got to fuck me and clean before I pay a bill. Imagine.
One second, because you can't get it. And that's the second icebreaker. Christian rock found the church. Hallelujah.
Oh, so that's the exciting part. Okay, then. Okay, this is for the young people to say. Okay, this is the Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 9. It said, young people, it is wonderful. Okay.
This is the perfect segment, okay? And once again, ladies, I want you to engage. Let's start with Alexis and Jazz on the corner. Because Jazz is on the defensive position now. I see you, Jazz. I see you. Right? So go ahead, Ali. And then we're going to try to figure out.
I want to ask,
where is the wrong? Like, why
if wrong? Tommy is wrong, why did little Alexis say we don't pick those type? We don't pick wrong. We're not picking wrong anymore. And Jazz said they evolved. They're educated and evolved.
Immature woman.
Yes.
So if you're so evolved and educated, and y'all no longer picking the wrong guys, what are the right guys you're picking now that you're evolved and educated and picking the right ones? What type?
And
of
that means that there was a phase in which they weren't. To be evolved. What does the word mean? I keep trying to tell people words matter.
Can you
to evolve? That means you came from somewhere.
Listen. Y'all got it. You asked the question. Tommy answered. Let's move on.
Exactly.
No. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what I say that women are actually doing or feeling or responding to in these circumstances. Y'all gonna combat it every single way and say we're lying and say it's not true and y'all used to be hoes and it's like you're right. You're right.
Tommy and Fatty and Damien.
Let's move on.
This happens.
I think you guys are absolutely right.
This happens in your household when they know they have to concede to the logical truth. When they can't process the information, they still want to continue to manipulate and play victim.
Exactly what's happening.
Down and go, I don't
Notice how men don't talk like that.
I'm just saying, like,
agree with us.
It was,
we just try to explain what we were saying.
You got it. Ali, you asked me a question, and Tommy answered it.
I didn't answer it, ma'am. I did not answer it. All I literally did was say evolve means something. At audience, did I not say that? All I said was evolve means something.
We don't even know the guy you talking about.
Motherfuckers.
We
answered it. No, I didn't.
So what was your question again?
Tommy commented, but we moved on. It's not that he answered the question, but he did make a comment.
Do the question again. Yeah, do the question again. It's fine. Do the question again.
So Tommy said, obviously, if you have a new type, it means you had a previous type. But now that you have this new type, hold on. Now that you have this new type, because Fatty talks about this all the time.
Can you ask your original question?
Y'all talking over me while y'all asking me to ask.
Yeah, Alexis.
No, can I? No, because the thing is,
it's better now because you're closer.
I said you said y'all no longer picking the wrong. You said y'all no longer picking the wrong.
No, Alexis, put your earpiece.
That's what happens.
She's far away from the.
She's just coming something that wasn't happening.
That's called shutting down. It's shutting down.
I'm really interested in moving on with the conversation because we're not going to get anywhere, baby.
Okay, no,
every time I have.
Ali, give me 1 second. Hey, Jazz,
Listen, I'm sorry, y'all. Just be mad at me in the comment section. This is what happens. Ali was right. I don't know if y'all heard that. Ali said, whenever you're combating 9 times out of 10 a lady, men do this, but it's very minority percentage of men that do this because we have to live in reality, or else we'll die. I don't know. Anyway, but with a lot of women, whenever they say something stupid or something that doesn't make sense, and you combat them, whenever you keep challenging what they're saying, they just shut down because they can't live in logic. They just can't do it. They'll say, okay, you got it, I'm gone. The girl completely left. I think she was the fair-skinned woman. I don't know if she was like white or Hispanic, but she left. She was like, oh, I just can't do this. I'm just going to leave. So she left. She left an argument, which is what a lot of ladies do. Whenever it gets too rough or it gets too difficult, they leave. Look at the divorce rate. They leave. Jazz is up here. She, okay, you got it. She knows we have it. She knows that the men are right. She can't combat it. Which is why she doesn't even want to take on the debate, because she knows. She's like, I just want to move on because you know you're wrong.
Ali about these the other day, right? There's like when we're having the conversation and we do something wrong, when we acknowledge that we're wrong, we stop there. You see what I'm saying? Let's stop here and let's acknowledge it. Your acknowledgement is a dismissal. Okay, you got it. Let's move on to the next one because we already got this.
I can see. You're right. Go ahead and ask the question again, Ali.
Yes, you're right. One second. This is 1 second.
You're right. I fucked up.
1 second. You see, this is a teachable moment to the crowd, especially when y'all woman have men. Mm-hmm. We know when a woman is saying, "Okay, you got it." Is dismissive. Is I don't want to stay on this place that makes me uncomfortable. Let's move to the next conversation because I don't want to stay here and admit that I'm wrong. And I'm not saying once again, Jazz, I'm saying that this is like it's a reptilian thing. It's like a survival mechanism for the most part. So when we're having these conversations, a lot of time people acknowledging and conceding is not conceding because they think the person is right. They're conceding because they want to move on and they don't want to stick there and then acknowledge it. That's why we said, just because you're saying, okay, I conceded, let's move on, that doesn't mean that the person in front of you is not saying, oh, look at this person being dismissive and pushing the conversation to a part of the combo that she likes. Ali, go ahead and ask the question again, and then we go from there.
Right, and Jazz, plus it's a teachable moment for young girls just watching, possibly from mistakes that women made and try to learn from y'all mistakes, right?
But can you ask your question?
Yes. If y'all no longer picking wrong and you're evolved and educated, what does that look like? What type of man are you picking now that you've evolved and educated and not no longer picking the wrong man? What is the type now?
Okay. That type will be someone who is mature, someone who's on his purpose, someone who also is dating with intention. He is looking to have a family. He wants monogamy because there are some men that do and do value marriage and do value that. And this is just for me. This is what, I mean, I have this already, but let's say if I was single, but that's what he would be consistent with himself, like whatever goals or personal goals that he has for himself, he's in constant pursuit of that. At this age, he has a foundation. He may be somewhere, good in his career, or he is excelling as an entrepreneur, or he just has he has a stable lifestyle, right? He's enjoying life. He's following God. And that would be it. That would be it. He would have a different type of focus. That would be since I'm evolved, if I had that phase, that would be what I would be pursuing. I can't say that I had like a phase where I just was constantly choosing bad men, but I have been misaligned with men before, and going through those situations helped me to understand where I was lacking maturity, where I needed to hold myself accountable and say, you know what? This is not, if I want something different, I need to do better and choose better. And so what we do is we evolve, we learn from our mistakes, and we find, once we know what we want and what we're willing to give, we have a better view on what we want from our partners.
Okay. And now that, let's say we say, hey man, you're going to pick better now. You're going to pick the best guy, the most educated, the most purposeful. What is it that most women you believe, or what are you changing it about yourself to be the woman that this man wants? What did you work on yourself? So what is that you worked on?
All right, so that's part 2. If you are still here, click this video for part 3. This is crazy. For part 3, click this video.